The Let's Fight Venereal Disease Talent Contest. Winner gets a free trip to Hollywood and the chance to be an extra in a movie with positive moral values. Oh my God.
Miss Gallagher, how does it feel to be a superstar?
This was my chance.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I like to speak about everything that has to do with the film industry, films, acting, all that stuff. And I've recently accepted that I don't want to play the 9-to-5 game anymore. Or since I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor, I wanted to be a director, I wanted to be a writer. And now, at 26 years old, I'm finally going, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just give it a go. I decided to take a couple of steps in order to help myself achieve what I want to do. Decided to start with being an extra. If you've never been an extra on something, this is kind of like a guide, an experience. If you are interested in any sort of the film industry, if you're interested in acting or directing or ADing or anything like that, it's definitely worth it to get into extra work, because then you're getting paid, you're on a set, and you get to see everything that's going on. Who talks to the director? Who deals with the actors? Where are the costume people? Like, how does this work? You get to kind of learn by doing, by experiencing. Just kind of here to relay my first experience working as an extra, a paid extra. I tried this new makeup look today, and I could tell from the camera check that the glitter's really emphasizing my under eye bag, so solid. So where to begin? We'll begin at the beginning. I signed up about 6 months ago for a service here called Movie Extras. And what Movie Extras is, it's just like it sounds. It's a service that you sign up for, put in all your information, like as in, you know, height, measurements, headshot, all this stuff, so that casting people can reach out to you to be an extra on their TV show or movie, or so that you can go to an audition for a commercial or something like that. And the way it works is you have to completely complete your profile before you get any jobs offered to you, which makes complete sense. Well, I decided to wait months to complete my profile. I don't know why I'm like this, but I did. I waited months. And honestly, maybe it was a good thing I did, because my first day on a set was sunny, it was beautiful, and if I had completed it in the winter, I might not have been such a happy camper. So after finally completing my profile, I got some offers, and basically what happens is Movie Extras will text you an availability check, and you respond yes or no to that availability check. They'll give you the date and around the location that they're filming. So you send yes or no for your availability check, and then they get back to you in like the next 24 hours or so to say that you're confirmed. And if they don't get back to you, you're not confirmed. It's the name of the game. I got selected to be an extra on this brand new show that is filming here in Dublin called Harry Wild, starring Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour was Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I never watched that show, but you know, she's kind of a big deal. It was a really cool experience. So once I got my confirmation, I made sure to take my day off of work. Thank you, PTO. And then what's required at the moment, at least, is to get a COVID test before you get onto set. Every shoot you go to for now will have a COVID test before you go, 2 days before you go. And the only available appointment that was left, because they'll give you a designated medical place to go, and the only one available was an hour away from my house at 8:20 in the morning. Got up at 6 a.m. to catch a 7:16 train, traveled for a half an hour, walked for 20 minutes, got to the COVID testing station. My first COVID test too, never had one done before, never needed to have one done. Wasn't as awful as I thought it would be. But it only took 3 minutes, and then I was on the way, walking back 20 minutes and traveling half an hour back. And then you just kind of wait. You have to confirm that you've had your COVID test done. You don't have to share any results. You're not going to know anyway. The medical clinic emailed me the next day with my results. I was good to go because I was negative. And I just kind of waited for the call sheet to come out. That was a little stressful. And if you're someone who's ever worked in film before, you know that the call sheet can take so many twists and turns. you might not get something finalized until like the last minute. I was nervous that I was missing something, so I reached out to the producers. I wouldn't encourage that, but it was my first time being an extra, and I wanted to make sure that, like, you know, I didn't get an email or I missed a text message, so I did reach out to them, and they were super polite about it, and I did get it emailed to me. In the schedule, it'll tell you the call time, it'll tell you the location, it'll give you your costume brief. So for my costume brief, I was told to dress smart, business casual. In the email, it stated that we were at a country pub for a nice lunch. Me freaking out because I am not professional, looking for clothes that I could make look professional, threw in a blazer for good measure, got in the next day, and that really wasn't what they wanted. So I don't know what happened, but essentially it was just very casual. So yeah, that's something that I would suggest you be on the lookout for with a costume brief, is like, okay, this could change at the last minute, something came up and something else is going on. So make sure that, yeah, you have what they want, like what they ask for in the costume brief, but also make sure to pack some casual clothes. I had packed 2 dresses, a pair of stockings, the blazer, a pair of trousers, and a bodysuit, because a bodysuit could be worn with basically anything. It's a professional set. They're going to have costume people who bring things, so I did end up borrowing a shirt from one of the costume people, which was like fine. So it's not a big deal. But just make sure that you're prepared with a plethora of clothing to select from. I wore sneakers, but I had brought heels and a pair of boots just in case. The night before, prepared my costumes once I got the call. Also prepared snacks. Want to make sure that, you know, even though you know they're gonna feed you at least lunch, you want to make sure that you have snacks, because oh my god, I was starving right before lunch. So the set that I went to was super professional. Never seen anything like it with my own eyes, like in my own space. They've got the actors' trailers. I saw Jane Seymour walking to her trailer with like her breakfast in hand, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I've only ever seen that in the movies. They had breakfast catered, but it was 7 a.m. for a call time, so I didn't eat much. I was really hungry. I was really hungry before lunch, so make sure you have snacks, and just make sure to protect all of your stuff. My clothes were separate from my backpack that had food and water in it, just so you don't get any last minute stains or drippage or anything like that. So the night before, you know, you want to make sure that you like chill out and everything. I did not have a chill evening the night before my first shoot, but hopefully for future ones I do. And then the morning of, I woke up at 5 in the morning. Woke up at 5 in the morning and had a taxi booked because I needed to get to the meeting place by 7 a.m. I could have grabbed a bus, but that would have taken a long time because buses drive on the road and morning traffic. First train wasn't until 6:30, and I don't have a car. I feel like I still made a profit because, I mean, I took a paid day off to do this, as well as I still got paid. I had to pay a cab that was like 30 some euros. Still some extra cash in my pocket, which is great. And from the first shoot alone, I actually was able to make a profit on what I spent for movie extras for the year. I believe movie extras was 89 euros. It wasn't yet 90, but it was in that range, and I got paid 96 euros for the day. So it is something that, you know, you can make nice little chunk of change there. So I will say that for the call time to be at 7, people were strolling in at 7:30, and I was a little annoyed. Like, I could have gotten the bus and not spent all that money on a taxi, but that is so, it's not professional, and it's not like suggested, because I mean, it is on a time schedule. It's a very tight time schedule as well. And I know that some people that I was working with as extras were just like, talking about it later. Rather be obviously 20 minutes early than 20 minutes late. So saying that if you can avoid being late to set, avoid being late to set. When I got there, the set was so legit. Actors, trailers, food, catering, really, really nice like shuttle buses, because I didn't know that this was just a meeting point. The location that I was given was just a meeting point. I thought we were filming there for the day. No, because this is a production from RTE. It is a huge entertainment news source. They do television shows. There's RTE News. They got They got the money, okay? They shuttle bused us in a really nice shuttle bus over to the actual filming location. So that was pretty legit, plus a free breakfast, and there was a dog. And when we got to the actual filming place, there were even more dogs. So it was like, I won't go into detail about what we filmed, obviously, because I can't. And all I can say is that, you know, it's coming soon. Harry Wild is coming soon. It just kind of, you know, chill for a little bit. A lot of your day will be waiting. They selected only a few of us at a time to go be background people. We're outside all day, and like I said, it was beautiful out. Like the best first experience for this kind of work that you could have is when the weather is good, whether you're an extra, cast or crew. I get paired up with a young woman my age, and you know, we kind of go over like what we're gonna do. We kind of plan out like background action, what we're gonna do. The minute that they call background action, I felt like so unnatural. They're like, act natural. And you're like,
Not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your
Okay.
side. Yeah, great.
Well, we were real happy with what was going on, and at the end of the day,
I think it's really underestimated how hard it actually is to be an extra. Because, yeah, sure, you're not acting and like all eyes aren't on you, but like, oh my God, if you act really weird, that's gonna look really weird. Like you're meant to make the place look natural. And I hadn't done background work in theater or in film like in so long. I remember when I was in theater being so like confident and good about it because I was doing it consistently. And this is the first time I've done it in so long. I kind of got used to it more and more as the day went on, but I definitely do see that I could use improvement in faking conversation and natural movement. When you're speaking, everything you do is mime. So you're not actually speaking. There are little tricks here and there that I completely forgot about and was reminded of by the people around me working as extras, was to say things like pink elephant, rhubarb tart, and it'll go kind of like this. It'll look a lot better than that. It's really nice to have like a script to yourself, even if it's just a bunch of jumbly words, just so you don't feel like you're improvising a conversation right off the bat. Since you're not given a script, since you're not like given any dialogue, you know, it feels more comfortable to have a couple of words to just like randomly mouth. So yeah, definitely needs for improvement there, but that's all right. So I was in 2 scenes for the day. One of them was just a passerby, like I was walking away from the young woman that I was paired with. And then the other one was like being so surprised by something. And yeah, that also felt really unnatural because you also don't want to look like you're trying too hard. You don't want to look like campy and tacky. You don't want to look like it's television. It's not theater. You don't want to like be too with your faces, you know what I mean? Like your expressions, you want them to be normal. Lord knows, like I said, the minute someone says act natural, you just can't. Definitely like prep for that because I didn't think about prepping for it. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be easy. I've done that before. Girl, it's been like, I think the last time I had to do background work like that for theater was 10 years ago.
Just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
And a lot of your day is literally waiting around. So call time was at 7. We weren't released until 5. For the last like 2 hours, I didn't do anything. Just, you know, sat around, watched the cast and crew, hung out where the extras were like, you know, we got like a lounge area, if you will. And yeah, chatted up with some people. It was really nice. It's really nice to go and socialize with people who are into the same things as you because, you know, they obviously like to go out and do this in their free time. They've done this before. And like I said, I learned a lot and was reminded of a lot from the people around me who've been doing this more consistently than I have. And post-COVID, like now that the world, I should say, is getting more back to normal, it's really nice to go out and socialize and feel like a human again. So it is a really fun thing to do. And like I said, if you're aspiring to be in any field of the film industry, it is a great thing to do. It's great for exposure in some cases. It's great for just learning the ropes. It's great for observation. anyone anywhere should, if you're interested in this stuff, you should look up where you can sign up to have an experience like this, because it's fun and you get paid and you get free food and you'll see some famous people sometimes. You don't go up and talk to them, and I feel like that's just etiquette, you know, like you don't want to like bombard somebody like that, because this is their job and it's your job, and there is an air of professionalism that you should have. It's very not encouraged that you go up to main actors. But at the end of the day, there were a lot of dogs. I got to get out of the house. I got to be in nature. I got to socialize with people. I got free food. I got to like get a chauffeur ride to and from the filming set twice because we had to go do a costume change. Like, this was spare no expense. It was really, really interesting to see how they were able to coordinate this, and it made me wonder like how much the budget must be. I couldn't calculate it if I tried, but it did make me wonder. That was my first day of being an extra. Was essentially, it was fun, and I suggest you do it. It's really good to just get out there. You know, I think so often, at least with me, it's like, oh, no, I couldn't do that. No, me? I'm just a worm. But you're not. And you should definitely go out and put yourself out there and meet people and make connections. Eventually, like, you know, especially here in Ireland, the film industry in Ireland in itself is like, you know, a lot of people know people in the industry. So people will come to recognize you the more sets you work on with like RTE or Channel 4 probably, or anything like that. And then you get productions here too that are huge. Like Disney is shooting Disenchanted an hour away from Dublin. So and those opportunities will pop up too, to be an extra in something big like that. And you just never know what's gonna happen. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know anything. I hope that, you know, there was some advice in here for anybody who's interested, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of all that jazz. Yeah. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll chat next time. We'll chat another time. I'm gonna be back soon. I really like making videos, so yeah. I'll see you later.